back with Monte Ball. I can't help but wonder when Saturdays in the fall roll around and there's a game at Camp Randall, what are your emotions?
Yeah, they're high. They're high. Last year I made it to every single home game. Every single one I was right there cheering for them. So this time coming around, I'm going to do the exact same. I'm going to be there cheering these boys on, and I'm going to try to be their #1 cheerleader.
When you look at the Wisconsin football program and the incredible success they've had, and some say, well, can they crack a 14 playoff nationally? Is there any reason they can't?
I think they will. I think they will. I just spoke with someone previously, and I was like, I think in the next 2 or 3 years, this team's going to make it to the national championship game. I think right now I have all my chips pushed in the middle of the table because of that defense. Jim Leonard's halftime adjustments that he makes for this defense is phenomenal.
Yeah. Conversely, on a Sunday afternoon, do you watch the NFL?
A little bit.
Yeah,
I do a little bit.
And what are those games like?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm glad you brought that up because I know a lot of players who have talked to me about the transition, and they say they watch it a little bit. So for me, I make sure to continue to create that bond and build on that bond with my father to watch the Broncos play as much as we can.
Not the Packers?
I catch the Packers. My brother-in-law is a diehard Packers fan, diehard. So we watch the Packers as well.
10 or 15 years from now, what do you want to be doing and what do you want people to say about you?
10 to 15 years from now, I want for people to understand that men or women in the limelight are human, that they make mistakes, and I want for those people in the limelight to understand that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to share your mistakes and to talk about it, because I believe that there's such a huge gap in between fans and celebrities. I think that there's a lot more that we can relate with one another than our differences. But for me, I want for people to share stories about me, that I made a great turnaround, and to talk about the things that I'm doing to help others, and to really understand where my passion lies now.
Every situation is different, but I can't help but think in this past NBA season, DeMar DeRozan, Kevin Love spoke out about their mental health issues. And I think there was a reluctance at first, obviously, because they didn't want to show vulnerability. But I think in actually doing that, as you do that, you actually are more relatable, because these are the things that everyday people go through.
Yeah, vulnerability brings freedom. It liberates you. Honestly, it really does. Just growing up in basketball, football, whatever, you're taught to, don't show your opponent that you're sweating or that you're bleeding or that you're tired. And you kind of take that off the field, off the court or whatever into your life, and that comes with a heavy price. So I'm really glad, really to be blessed to be living through the time where some of these really notable players are coming out and speaking about mental health.
Are you having, in your limited experience already, athletes say to you, thank you so much for talking to me about this and helping me see, the trail that I need to navigate?
That's where I'm at. That's my passion. And with this fund, I'm hoping that more speak out about it and come and talk to me and understand that it's okay to reach out. It's okay to dip into the funds if you need some help. But yes, and on social media, I have a lot of people thanking me for being honest.
Administering the fund, how involved are you with that? Because nonprofits can be very difficult.
I'm involved. I have a family accountant that's on board. She's going to deal with a lot of the X's and O's. I want to say make sure the T's are crossed or whatever, the I's are dotted. But I have a good team behind me, along with my marketing rep, Peggy. She does a great job of, dealing with a lot of the logistics that I, at the time, don't really understand.
I don't know if you want to put a number on it, but what kind of money would you ideally like to have in the fund for resources?
Yeah, I think right now I don't have a number, but whatever that number is, X amount of dollars, whatever it may be, I want it to be enough to where UW is able to constantly tell these student athletes that they have a resource, a powerful, strong resource, for them, which will be the fund for them to dip into.
In our final seconds, I want to give you a chance to speak directly to someone who might be watching who's struggling. What would you say?
Yes, to the people who are listening in right now, I want to share with them that to make yourself as vulnerable as possible, meaning go out and speak to somebody about what you're struggling with, because in due time, you will feel more liberated. That is 100% fact. That is what I had to live through. That is what people who are reaching out to me said that they did, and they feel so much better because now people understand what they struggled with and they're there to help them out.
I just encourage you, you've not been perfect. None of us are.
No.
But you have taken great steps, and you're helping people. And so congratulations, and keep on that path.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it's a very therapeutic ride, I love to say, and it's very rewarding.
That's Montee Ball. Thanks for watching our show on Spectrum Sports.